distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disability, Mr. James David Lalu, the directors of the Commission here present, members of the Fourth Estate of Iran, my colleagues, gentlemen of the press. We are here this morning for an official briefing from the ES on the post-COVID intervention of the federal government, taking care of members of the society that are susceptible, especially persons with disability. So on this foundation, may I respectfully invite my boss, the Executive Secretary, for his briefing. Executive Secretary, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, we are happy to welcome you today. The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, as you may be aware, is a product of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018. This act has been the struggle of persons with disabilities in Nigeria since the year 2000. We had different presidents came in, different presidents went out without accepting this law until the coming of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, who accepted and signed this Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Bill into an act on the 17th of January 2019. President Muhammadu Buhari couldn't wait there, he went ahead to establish the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities on the 17th of August 2020. And that is why, by the grace of God, you are here in the office of the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. One of our major focus is the inclusion of persons with disabilities in development. Persons with disabilities have been neglected for so long. We thank President Muhammadu Buhari for providing this key today, that is providing the opportunities for persons with disabilities in Nigeria. That is why to the disability community, since independence, we never know of any president except President Muhammadu Buhari who recognized the right and dignity of persons with disabilities in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, as we gather here today, I want to brief you briefly about the post-COVID-19 intervention for persons with disabilities. This is a project that has been graciously approved by the Honorable Minister Sadia Umar Farouk of the Ministry for Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. This commission is under the supervisory of the same ministry. She has gradually approved for the inclusion of persons with disabilities in the post-COVID-19 intervention. And today, the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities have commenced process for gathering of data of 50,000 persons with disabilities across the Federation. These 50,000 are expected to benefit directly from the cash transfer associated with the post-COVID-19, which is expected to cushion the effect of the post-COVID-19 on persons with disabilities. When you look around during this lockdown and all issues associated with the COVID-19, persons with disabilities continue to suffer the most because of their disability. We thank God that Nigeria is facing an ease in that aspect, and persons with disabilities are coming up. That is why this ministry is coming up with this program to soften the effect of COVID-19 on the life of persons with disabilities. The data collection is expected to commence from next week, Monday, and our data officers are going around to the 36 states of the Federation. They will collect the necessary information from persons with disabilities. Those persons with disabilities who may not have a bank account are encouraged from this moment to go to banks and open bank accounts, because information about bank account will be received as well. Again, the data officers that are coming to the 36 states of the Federation will require the maximum of support of the state governments. These governments that already have disability institutions will collaborate with our data officers to expand the collection of the data to all their local governments. We want to see that the beneficiaries of this program truly come from the rural community. We want to see that because when you look at the effect of the disability, the distribution of disability today in Nigeria, over 80% of persons with disabilities are located in the grassroots at the rural communities who continue to suffer the most. So in this case, we want to see that to be collected from the grassroots so that the impact of this intervention will reach out to the disability community and make the necessary impact in their life. This conditional transfer that will be transferred to them is expected to build their life. They are supposed to use that money not only to buy clothes, not only to wait for Christmas or Salah as it is approaching, but that money is expected to be used for proper investment so that they can make proper livelihood. They can start so many businesses with this money. A lot of them in some states government have already offered to train them so that they will get the necessary skills to apply and use that money which is expected to be applied so that they can be able to improve their livelihood with it. Ladies and gentlemen and members of the press, the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities is totally committed to improving the quality of life of persons with disabilities. We are working in different areas to see what we can be able to do to improve this. Our partnership with some tertiary institutions to ensure access to education for persons with disabilities is ongoing. I was at the university in Namjazi University in Auka yesterday with the commissioner of the Center for Research and Development in the area of disability. Just this morning, we received the Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar on a courtesy visit to the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, where she came and requested for partnership and collaboration with the Commission. We are working as well in the next week. We are going to develop some new courses to our tertiary institution where we see the need to provide some technical support to tertiary institutions to develop most of these courses so that it will go a long way in bringing more information about persons with disabilities to our undergraduates, most especially the GST courses, and our ambition as well to develop a course on accessibility engineering where we are going to produce specialists, technical specialists on the area of accessibility. We want to see how we can produce technical experts who will be consultants on their own right to promote accessibility to the physical environment for persons with disabilities in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, when you look at Section 28 of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act, it made provision for 5% employment opportunities for persons with disabilities in the public sector. In this case, we are working with the Federal Character Commission, Federal Civil Service Commission, Office of the Head of Service of the Federation, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and other stakeholders to bring our heads together to see the realization of these 5% employment opportunities for persons with disabilities. Our advocacy move will soon move to the 6 geopolitical zones of the Federation to meet with all Chief Executive Officers of federal government institutions and parastatals. Complying with this act would be the best to start with the federal government institution so that employment opportunities will be open for persons with disabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another area that we commend President Muhammadu Buhari for the maximum support we are receiving from this government to ensure the compliance with the discrimination against persons with disabilities and making provision for this employment opportunity. We call on all Chief Executive Officers of federal government, parastatals, and agencies to make sure that compliance with this section is very, very important. Our people need a job for their own livelihood. Our people need a job. We have technical people. We have brilliant persons with disabilities today in Nigeria that are well educated. A lot of them study in Nigeria, some of them study abroad. They have the skills necessary to contribute to the development of Nigeria as a nation. Their skills are most needed by each and every institution, and therefore in this case, opening the opportunity for them through employment to provide the opportunity for them to contribute to the development of Nigeria is most necessary. Ladies and gentlemen and members of the press, you may be aware that disability is just a condition which involves the interaction between the person with impairment and the society or the environment where you live. And therefore, this challenge is very, very necessary, it's very, very important, because when you look at this, the person with the impairment is not the problem, but the environment, the attitude of the people within the environment are what constitute the barriers which later cause the disability. When you see a person that is not hearing, his lack of hearing is not the problem, but the challenge is the communication between him and the society and the environment where he lives. When you see a person in a wheelchair, his being in a wheelchair is not the problem, but the attitude of the society will continue to constitute a barrier that stops him from getting the opportunity to prove himself and contribute to the society, is what it is bringing the disabling condition within the society, and therefore barring persons with disabilities from being able to contribute in their own quota. This commission is established to bridge that gap, to make sure that persons with disabilities get the necessary opportunity to contribute their quota in building a Nigeria for all. We look forward to having a Nigeria where all persons with disabilities will be comfortable, all persons with disabilities will be able to get the necessary opportunity to contribute in the development of this in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much.